Robert Levinson, and about 4 years ago we moved back from Wheeling. Our last residence was in Charlotte, North Carolina, and our district, congressional district for Melvin Watts, where we lived, was 2 blocks wide, and the district was about 250 miles long. But that's not gerrymandering. And I just knew everyone involved wherever.
What do they call it there?
Melvin Watts' district. And I would hope that every West Virginian would show up in Charleston if anything like that happened. That would be my thank you.
Yes, sir. And that's the reason we want this to be transparent, so that you can show up at Charleston, or we can show up here.
So you're saying that the people in,
yes,
and you have your meeting in Martinsburg, in Eastern, they are wanting, the consensus was from your meeting that they were wanting to join our congressional?
No, I don't think, they didn't say they wanted to join the Northern Panhandle. They just expressed they didn't want to be part of Charleston. But
that still could work with just the 2 districts changing and are staying the same, right?
yeah, I mean, that was their presentation. We have 12, we have 10 other meetings other than this, and it may be a totally different story. So that's only one group of people that, and it was somewhat of a consensus, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Well, because you're here and you want input,
yeah.
I want to say amen to what Dahl said and to what Robbie said, because we have an entirely different problem here than they have in Martinsburg or even Charleston. You know, we have a population. We have, you know, you see what's happening. You can go out here and look around and see what's happening in the valley here. And so our problems are different. And you know, we're not. It's not because, you know, we realize that in the end, you may say that don't look at the politicians that you have now. They're going to have to, you know, it's going to last 10 years. But the decisions are going to be made, obviously, by politicians. And we don't want this to be a political thing. We want what's best for Ohio Valley. So we're kind of happy with what we have here now. So I just want to go on record as saying that's, you know, when you're thinking about what was said here, I just want to be on record and say we like it here. Everyone I talk to likes it the way it is, and I hope the rest of you people will stand up and say the same thing.
I'm Ned Cliff from here in Ohio County, and I think that with the new census and things you have to do anyway, this would be the time. I agree with the gentleman who says we shouldn't be like New Hampshire anymore, and it would help in this rural spread out state, equalizing Charleston and everything, to have one delegate for one district. I'd like it. I'm one of these people in Ohio County that has Brooke County representatives, and if it's going to have to be somebody from out there, far away from the city of Wheeling, then it ought to be somebody at least in my neighborhood instead of 15, 20 miles away.
Are you talking about a representative?
Delegate to House of Delegates in West Virginia. In other words, you got 100 delegates, make 100 districts of equal population.
Okay.
That's probably the best way you're going to get us represented geographically. I mean, I live 8 miles from downtown Wheeling, and my office then is in that 3rd delegate district. I live in District 2. But no representative lives within arm's reach of my
I'm Mary
house.
Fox with Sistersville, West Virginia, and I have a question. As you're doing this redistricting, as you're going to do it, like you're going to have this vote in August. Okay, so let's say you do it and you change it, and you take Marshall County up. Then is Senator Kessler no longer going to be our senator? When does that become effective? Like, as you change these districts, at what point does our representative change with that?
Barry, we're not going to let you go. Barry has Margaret down below at Tyler County, Pretzel County, and Pete City. Our district is a strange district. We have to wait and see how many people they have to pick up coming down through Ohio County. Right now, 10 years ago, Senator Kessler and I ended up with Wheeling Island and right down the river because Ohio County would have been over that magic number had they taken the entire county. So we ended up picking up that part of Ohio County. We have a kind of a unique situation. Can only go south from there or east because of the river on the west and into the east. So Senator Kessler and I also, by that we were pushed over to almost the Star City Bridge in Morgantown.
That's amazing.
And
You guys are over that far.
then you go down to Marion County and we're pushed halfway over to Fairmont, Marion County. And then our district goes straight south to Calhoun County. I bet there's not two people in this room that have been in Calhoun County. It's a long ways away. So one day I had a meeting with the Woodland Alley Association here and another meeting in Armidsburg, and it was a 3-hour drive. And in Senator Kessler and I's district, we have no interstate highways.
Not one.
There's not a mile of interstate highway in our district. And we also, and Tim, this is not, we also end up,
No, we don't have any willing on.
yeah, we have Route 50, which is not interstate, it's limited access, which is not interstate. But we also end up, we have 27 county commissioners and 45 school board members that make it really difficult when you're spread out like that. But it's a rural area that once you leave Moundsville going south, there's the southern end of our county, the southern end of our district, 4 counties only have 2 stoplights between them. So, when you ever have like that, that's what makes this redistricting a lot more difficult. Sometimes it's simple, you look at it and say, oh, that can be fixed just with this. Congressionally, you have Mason County, perfect. But in senatorial districts and delegate districts, it's a nightmare for these people that have to do that, work in districts like that, especially with us with 9 different counties.
Well, that's true.
But Tyler County could not compete with that.
For Tyler and Wetzel, that's another unique thing about where our business is located, which is Marble County, like Senator
World
Wetzel
famous.
said.
World famous.
Thank you. But, our property actually is in both counties. The way the Wetzel-Tyler line is drawn, our gift shop is actually in Wetzel County, and our facility is in Tyler, and it's on the same plot of land. It's all, it's a vendor, it's all in the same place. So I would hope, though, that our representation wouldn't change. Like in August, their representation would remain the same. And maybe it would make more sense for some of the people who are voting for delegates or senators that they're unfamiliar with because they're not from their areas, that you all would take that into consideration and try to...
We certainly will. And there's another district over that along the Virginia border. It's not the 17th, it's 15. 17. They have 9 counties, but from one end of their district, we have, I think it's 5.5 hours. But they have Pocahontas and all the way up through Harding and into the Morgan.
Martinsburg, Wyoming.
Yeah.
Martinsburg, Berkeley County, all the way to Pocahontas.
Senator Kessler and I are not going to lose Tyler, but
All right, that's good, thank you.